Hello everyone, Peppe Merolla here. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. So and here I am. Let me check the audio. Yes, so the audio is good. Here it is, Peppe Merolla, new live stream today. New ideas. Well, I would like to share with all of you guys how do I develop a nice bass drum control. Let's see. I see some people watching. By the way, please feel free to ask any questions. This is a free tips for drummers, for my friends out there, all fans, but I consider my fans friends. So, anyway, if I have any fans. So anyway, how do I develop a good control? What I like to study and practice actually when I want to work on my bass drum pedal, since I only use one pedal, I don't use double pedal. I know how to play a double pedal, but most of the time I use one pedal, which I love the idea to be able to play, pretty fast with just using one pedal. So I'm going to show you what I usually do. Some basic exercise, which most of you guys already know. Playing the quarter note, 8 notes triplets, 16th, just with the bass drum. I might play 8 notes or whatever. Let's see. But anyway, so that's the bass drum part. Quarter note, 8 note triplets, 16th notes. That's just to warm up, right? And then I will stay on the 16th for a while. Don't forget to subdivide mentally. Once you go back, after the 16th, 16 notes, then you go back to 8 note triplets. Stick around because I have some really good tip, and I'll show you the progress. That if you really practice, this stuff nice and slow, because the key is to play slow. A lot of people, they get bored. I don't want to practice slow. Well, here it is. If you practice slow, you will only get better. So just give me 1 second. I got to fix my headphones. Let's see. I gotta take this off a second. Pass it on the other side. It's hard to be the drummer, the coach, the sound engineer. Well, but it's very challenging. I love it. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I think that's better. That's much better. So, like I said, one of the fundamental. Ciao Oreste. Oreste Sbarra. Once I practice and warm up, with the bass drum, after this exercise, quarter notes, 8 note triplets, 16. I might stay on the 16 for a while, then back. Okay. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is this. I'll try to do the same thing a little faster. And it feels pretty good. So I'm starting getting warmed up, okay? So what I also like to do, and I always talk about this page because it's wonderful, the Syncopation by Ted Reed, page number 4. Those are all quarter notes. So, and the quarter notes are those. I also said the same thing in the previous video, but that was for the snare drum. You know, to play this page with different sticking and different applications. Variations. So I like to do the same thing with the bass pedal with my right foot. I like to do the same thing. Consigli di studiarli sia di piede che di punta, tutti e due i modi, in qualsiasi modo ti trovi a tuo agio. Va bene? Quando lo suoni lento, secondo me, il mio parere, secondo me, per me funziona meglio se lo faccio di pianta perché controlli meglio quando è lento. Quando si supera una certa velocità, allora vai di punta. Ok? So, ritornando a Syncopation, pagina 4, Syncopation, page 4. And if you guys have any question, please write it down below. Write me a comment. I'll be more than happy afterwards to read your comment and answer, if I can, each and every one of you. Page 4. Like I said in the previous video, there is many ways to do it that I like to practice this page, which is this, as written, page 4, Syncopation by Ted Reed. So tutte semiminime, all quarter notes. Then the second line is a quarter note rest, 3 quarter notes. Then the third line will be 2 quarter note rest, 2 quarter note. And so on and so forth. So if you have a Syncopation handy right now, just pick it up, get page 4, and that way you can follow the exercise. Then I came up with all different variations, which I talk about on my, I talk about those variations on, especially on my lesson, during my lessons. It's part of my program, actually, a way to approach books in different ways and to practice them in different ways. The ways that I came up with that really helped me to develop a nice fluid technique between hands and feet. But here is the tip. That's going to be a short video today. Here is the tip. Page 4, Syncopation. Now, you can do it with the single stroke roll, alternating right hand, right foot. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So the floor tom is playing the melody of page 4 Syncopation. Faster would be this. and so on and so forth. And it's a great exercise for me. I love to practice those exercises using singles and orchestrate the melody on any toms you want. You can also alternate the melody between the floor tom and the rack tom. So on and so forth. See, that's a great exercise. But again, don't hesitate to ask any question. Take advantage of those free tips videos. My name is Peppe Merolla. Check out my website at www.peppemerolla.com. Any question, write me a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. Of course, there's going to be a preparation between, behind all this, how to develop this independence and the fast, fast flowing. See, and everything is only relaxed. See. Also, so, like I said, there is a preparation behind all of this. So I will also suggest you guys to do the same thing with the left hand. But in this case, start with the bass drum because that's the melody. The exercise is focused on the foot, right foot. So, page 4, syncopation. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's even more challenging to play it on only 2 drums between snare and a bass drum, because you got to keep the 16 notes going, kind of very quiet ghost note, and accentuate the melody with the bass drum. And you play the whole page like that. That's just using singles. So far I got 3 variations for you guys for the single stroke roll, which is this, the variation 1, play the melody on the floor tom while you're keeping the ostinato 16 notes. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you practice that slow, and eventually you'll see down the road, if you make the right movements and you take advantage of the natural body movements, you guys are gonna get to a pretty good fast, tempo. You can play that at a very, fast tempo. And so on and so forth. And again, you can distribute. That was variation 1. Then you can orchestrate it also on a rack tom, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the melody. Page 4, syncopation, Ted Reed. Page 4. The melody is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are 4 bars like that. Then the second line would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Don't leave. Stick with me. Stick with me, which is the name of my not last CD, actually, the latest CD. The latest CD is Happy Times. You can check it out on Amazon. But Stick With Me. Stick With Me is the name of my 2009 record with the great Steve Turre, Mike Ledon, and so many other great musicians. John Farnsworth on the tenor saxophone, Jim Rotondi on the trumpet. If you guys are jazz lovers, you guys will know that those are the finest jazz musicians in New York City. So here it is. Let's go back to the exercise. Let's go back to the exercise. Anyway, sorry. Yes, page 4, Syncopation by Ted Reed. Yes, correct. So now, with the single stroke roll, okay, you can also practice. There's so many variations, so many things that we can do with it. Keeping ostinato, in ostinato, these headphones, I gotta change the jack. Jack, 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 jack. Okay. In ostinato, 16 note, okay, with the right hand and the right bass drum, right foot. Now, doing that, you can play the melody with the left hand. One, two. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And you can do the same, the opposite. With the left hand, play the ostinato. And the right hand plays the melody. And so on and so forth. That's another great exercise to play single stroke roll. Ciao Tommy, Bradascio, grande Tommy. Tommy, here it is for you. Tommy Bradascio. Tommy Bradascio. Do 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 do. Tommy Bradascio. Tommy, Tommy. Tommy, Tommy, boom, boom, Tommy, 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 boom, ba, 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 ba. See, I was already warmed up, and I was already using, in a musical way. It just came automatically, those exercises that I just played for you on Syncopation. You can play them anytime. So you practice the page, but doesn't mean that you have to execute the page when you play, music. When you play music, those exercises are great for us to, it's like a workout. But then, when we play music, just let it go. Let the music come to you. Okay? That's my opinion. Ciao Valerio Gabriele. Ciao Valerio. Tommy, sei gentilissimo, grazie. So now, once we do all this work using the single stroke roll, okay? Between the right hand and the left hand and the left hand, excuse me, right hand and the bass drum, left hand and the bass drum. See, that's another very easy exercise. Think about it. It's all singles between the right hand and the right foot, left hand, right foot. And then alternating right hand, right foot, left hand, right foot. So which is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then once you practice, you absorb the exercise, you do a little faster. That's a very hard exercise. I mean, to control. I love this exercise because it really calibrates and it helps me to achieve a good control between hands and foot. So now, there's other variation, but I'm not going to really explain all of them because it's not. Then it doesn't. It's not a tape anymore, but it's like a big clinic or something, masterclass. So, but anyway, now. Last tip of the day, ladies and gentlemen, before I let you go, and I'm sure and I hope that this video was helpful to many of you guys out there. It was helpful for you guys to develop, okay, a good technique between your bass drum and hands. But especially for bass drum, see? So now here it is. You can do with the singles. Now, let's talk about doubles. Double stroke roll. Okay? So a good way, because you don't want to be home and just do this all the time. Now, what do you want to do? Because otherwise it gets boring, So I like to mix things up a little bit, because that's how we, really find our own way of, phrasing. Let's put it in that way. It's hard to explain, but once you have the facilities of this, that's what I want to say. Let's get to the point. Let's get the business. Once you get the sense and you absorb this, and then you do the same thing, alternating your hands. Then I thought, I thought to myself, what a wonderful world. Anyway, I thought to myself. So here it is. Let's see. Syncopation page 4. We picked that one up again. Now, just to be more creative, because I always believe, like I always say, let your creativity, once you achieve the technique, the mechanical part, it's about you. Listen to other people is important. Transcribe what other your mentors, your great drummers, those drummers mentors did. It's important to transcribe, but then it's supposed to be all about our own creativity. You gotta figure things out yourself. No one is gonna come to you and tell you. That's why I tell everyone, let the creativity take over. Once you got the mechanical part and the technique, let the creativity take over. Okay? So now, now the single stroke roll. Now, so with the double stroke roll, you can play the double instead of playing on the snare drum. You play it between the floor tom and the snare drum, and you can also go back and forth. And that's the Baltimore thing of Dennis Chambers. I don't know if you remember Dennis Chambers doing this type of thing. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's what it is. So, on page 4, Syncopation, instead of playing the double stroke roll with one hand, on one drum, just orchestrate it between the snare drum and the floor tom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now in this case, let's do it, the first variation of it, starting on the floor tom. 1, 2, 3, all in one way, from right to the left. Okay, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. See, now I'm reading the page, Syncopation by Ted Reed, page 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Next. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So faster would be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this is a great way, guys, believe me, to really achieve a good control and a good speed using double stroke roll or single stroke roll between your hands and your bass drum. Let's see if there is any other questions. Grazie, Tommy. So, here it is. Now it's time. Peppe Merolla here. Thank you so much for watching. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching, taking the time. If you watch this video later, write down any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I'll be more than happy to meet new friends. For my old friends, guys, I love you. It was nice to hear from you again. Thank you, Tommy Bradascio. And let's see. Valerio, Gabriele, ciao Valerio. Tommy Bradascio, Valerio. Orestes Barra. And many other people that are watching. But thank you very, very, very much. I really appreciate, you guys taking the time to watch this video. And remember, keep playing music. Music is life. That's all we got left, especially during this, pandemic. The COVID-19 is coming back for some reason. I don't know. So the only thing we got left is to play music, have a great time, enjoy our family, and do something that we love. Let's feed our soul. Any questions? Again, write down in the comment or inbox me. Check out my website at www.peppemerolla.com. Follow me on my fan page, Instagram. And what can I say? Peace and love to you guys all. Peppe Merolla here, and I hope this video was helpful for many young and upcoming drummers out there. All the love, Peppe. Ciao.